Welcome to your magic moon message, ladies and gentlemen. This is the peace dealer. Moon is in Scorpio, making a sweet 90 to 94 degree angle to the sun in Leo. I hope you're sun roaring. Roar! I'm sun roaring loud enough to look like a crazy asshole. I hope you're sun roaring and just expressing yourself, as this Leo season is about to get legitimately R-worded, retarded. So with that being said, okay, we finished activating this new moon cycle. All right, we had the new moon in Leo, we had the moon in Virgo that helped you understand how it is you're getting ready to activate these new talents, how it is you can on command activate these new talents. And the moon in Leo now help balance and position the expression of this. What would you do now that you understand how to do this if you're in these situations? Okay, it helped you kind of meet relevant people during this period that you may not know are very, significant to you. And now the moon in Scorpio is intensifying this understanding of wisdom and depth, okay? We're at two fixed signs. So courage finds its home in wisdom, all right? Righteousness, passion, that depth of wisdom and trust that you can trust your own heart to express as creatively as you will is what puts you in this position to now dive deeper. We're going into the underworld. And this 90-degree integration will help you understand not only how what has activated is transforming and you're gaining greater depth, but it's going to, from 90 degrees to 180 degrees, aka from moon in Scorpio to the full moon back in Aquarius, take what we've activated. We have this set, we have this set, we have this set, and we're going to begin to put it together. That means everything you've learned since the past week, you're going to be practicing, perfecting, mastering, integrating over this next week. All right. And this is beautiful for many reasons, but mainly because relative to this depth, you're going to start to uncover so much deeper wisdom in context of how you're integrating everything. That's going to reveal so much more deeper insight and kind of take this to another level as the moon goes into Sagittarius. This depth, I accidentally turned the phone off, so I had to re-record. This depth of quality, it represents social integration. Leo is a social sign. Scorpio is the final social sign. You could think of Leo as after you leave Cancer of the home, and you've taken your shower, and now you put that fit on, and you're walking out, roar! And you look at Scorpio as the end of the social night, where you're taking someone home from the club with Libra, and you're having sex with them. So with that being said, as a performer on stage, the depth of psychology to understand what you're performing helps you uncover nuances that completely bolster and improve your performance. And this is going to reveal, updated as every year, this wisdom of your heart and this wisdom of this performative character. But really, also, really reveal a lot of secrets. So you can look forward to, given the 90-degree angle and the fourth house Cancer attribution towards privacy, you can look towards these secrets getting ready to uncover. Given the fourth house nature of comfort, how comfortable do you feel about your performance, as this square will challenge this comfort zone? What you're doing, like you do every year, is you're transforming your comfort zone. You're accounting for this evolution, which enables you to be more comfortable with things you weren't comfortable with before. Okay, now let's put this in context. Uranus is in Taurus. So how comfortable are you being cringy as fuck? How comfortable are you expressing yourself in ways that go completely outside of the norm, because you're going to be seeing that for better or for worse. So this in and of itself isn't good. You're going to see people doing this in great ways. You're going to see people being way too cringy, and they might be oblivious to it because cringe is subjective. I am objective cringe. I am objectively cringe. I am a lord of cringe. But let's not use me as an example. Cringe is subjective. And you don't want to allow the subjectivity of other people's cringe to stop you from being as cringy as you can be. See, sometimes a little bit of cringe goes a long way. And if it's not for you, you might not allow others to feel the cringe they didn't know they needed to feel. I hope I did not just dox myself right now. That being said, relative to that level of much needed and necessary cringe, in being able to transform facets of your own social expression and nuances psychologically that you pick up faster through feelings than your brain can process consciously and subconsciously, you're getting ready to integrate and apply everything that we've activated. I want to give you a better analogy of the difference between the 0 to 90 degree and the 90 degree to 180 degree angle. Okay, so 0 to 90 degrees is like you're a kid and you bring out all your Lego pieces. So we have the red Lego pieces, we have the yellow Lego pieces, we have the blue Lego pieces. So that was Moon in Leo, Virgo, and Libra. You were like, you know what? I got the red ones, I got the blue ones. The red one's gonna be this monster. The blue one's gonna be the hero. And the yellow one's gonna be everyone in between. You activated what each set means. Now the integration process is where you're getting ready to put all that together. If you produce beats, then you know that you have to get all the instruments and the beats that you need to make that beat. You have to get the synths, you have to get the drums, and then after you've activated those sets, what do you start to do? You start to mix the drums with the synth. You're starting to integrate those core elements. And what does integration lead to? Harvest. Once we've integrated it, now we're harvesting it. We're seeing what Lego piece did we build? What beat did we create? And that leads us to completion, where, well, now we can sell the beat. Now we can share that beat. We do this cycle every 28 days. So now that we are at the first social sign, everything we've been doing before, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, was all individual. We're getting ready to integrate our individuality. And this is the first hardcore point of integration that's going to help you deeply understand what you've activated and how you notice it more while you're integrating with others. Similar to somebody who may have worked out for so long and they see their progress, but they don't see themselves from the outside looking in. So other people are able to mark their progress so much more because they may not have seen what they did before a workout, right? This is what's going to transform how much more comfortable you are performing, expressing yourself, but most importantly, unveiling the hidden secrets around supernatural talents you've activated. I know that was crazy to say. And the deeper wisdom relative to this is also going to point towards nuances of others who are heavily threatened by your evolution and growth and who support your evolution and growth. It's going to be very subtle, but you'll feel it. Similar to how certain people won't tell you the real reason why they're feeling a certain way. Like, let's say you just got a new job and like you would think people are happy for you, but now you're feeling this weird hesitation. Like, are you sure you want to do that? Why are you doing this job? Right? And you can tell that what they're saying why isn't what they really mean. The really root core is, we don't want to see you make this money. We're threatened by the fact that you're stepping into something that might be bigger. And that doesn't have to be what people are consciously thinking in their head. These could be subconscious motivations that consciously people aren't even aware are influencing them. You're going to pick up on that. You're going to pick up on that in yourself. You're going to pick up on that being projected to you. And you make sure you pick up on that if you're projecting that on other people too. The purpose of these 90-degree shakeups is we're adjusting what we activated, right? We're adjusting our central position so that we can account for an initial sense of balance. And that's also the science with the fourth house. The fourth house is your comfort. The fifth house is creativity. So look at the fifth house as you in the studio, and the fourth house is your studio space. When the moon goes into Sagittarius, we're going to be fully expressing how amazing we can express on stage. So we started the performance with the new moon in Leo, right? And it's like, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to my performance. Once the moon is in Sag, we're going to be hitting the riffs like, it's going to be wild as fuck. But in between then, we need the space to understand what we're comfortable with pushing forward. This angle is like riding a bike, right? When you ride your bike at top speed and you're experiencing how fun it is, before you can reach that top speed, you have to stabilize yourself first. You have to get in some sense of comfort to balance. That's what the fourth house is doing. You've moved forward and you have to make sure you're balanced so that you can pick up speed. And that's what's making unconscious, deeper psychological nuances and wisdom with your psyche come up to be addressed with, like stage fright, so that now that you've adjusted to it, once we go into the Leo signature, once we go into Sag, which Leo signature, Leo season, it's going to be wild. That's going to, now that you've accounted for this, to fully express. Because if you sweep it under the rug, Scorpio could be very scary, by the way. When it comes time to fully express yourself, a lot of these unconscious fears, a lot of what you didn't adjust is going to inhibit how creatively you could express. Scorpio, and also representing the occult, is going to, occult meaning hidden, is going to reveal hidden psychological influences that aid or get in the way of your performance. And that's where the opposition to Uranus in Taurus is key, because 14 days ago, the 28-day cycle with Moon, Uranus, and Taurus was what helped us understand yet again, now relative to us leaving Cancer season, the nature of innovation. In fact, relative to us being in Leo season, the innovation with which we can apply on stage. Now in Scorpio, you're understanding the social context of how that feels. So the moon being in Taurus is like, hey, this is unconventional. What if I wore like a beer hat on stage? No one's ever done that before. Versus the moon in Scorpio, now you're on stage with that beer hat and people are looking at you weird as fuck. And you're having to account for that, to own it or to move it. And them looking weird at you doesn't mean that it's bad or good. You can make it good, you can make it bad. Horrible analogy, but just something to give you an idea of how now you're coming into a deeper psychological, socially integrative understanding of how your value reflects and is beginning to harvest through other people, especially when it comes towards financial breakthroughs with Venus, 9 of Pentacles in Virgo. This is a period to make a lot of fucking money. And the Scorpio is going to help you understand the wisdom in order to step into that through authenticity in doing what you're willing to commit to, put time to. And I mean, you don't have to have the perfect strategies or anything, but just actually put in the work so that through wins, through losses, you can come into greater development. So definitely do expect major realizations to occur. My favorite part of the transit is the moon trine to Neptune and Saturn that will now take these revelations and align them towards the integrity of beliefs with Saturn and Pisces you have been building. This is you on your Noah's Ark journey. And at this stage in the journey where we're fully in the sea, this is going to really start to amp more courage and shift the tides towards where you're continuing to go. Apply this integrity of beliefs relative to how you're understanding its application with others socially is reinforcing what you believe, because you're doing it. You're experiencing it, you're transforming it, and as it goes towards Neptune, the synchronicities are going to be crazy. So why is this important? Because once the moon goes in Sagittarius, you're going to come into a higher understanding, an ascended understanding of the vision of these talents. You're demonstrating, you're doing the guitar riff that you only practiced twice, but now it's getting ready to wow the audience. So that being said, y'all stay blessed as always. Comment down below how you feel, and the integration arc coming into the full moon and after the full moon is bringing an exponential ridiculousness and craziness that you will experience collectively, especially with Pluto that's still retrograding out of Aquarius. And that's because due to the intensity of this energy, most of which is unseen, you can't see a frequency, this is going to take weak minds and create more madness. People who can't handle the intensity of these conflicts fully expect in minor ways and major ways for this to express. So stay centered, stay grounded, smack a bitch or 5, smack a foolish dude or woman 2 times, 5 times. I don't advocate for domestic violence, but you gotta smack who you gotta smack. And yeah, I think I just went over the time limit, so that sucks. But you guys stay blessed as always, and until next time, peace.